Yes, people, welcome to the first YouTube video slash trade recap on my channel. Yesterday I made $1,169 per account taking this trade. I will show proof of executions and stuff at the end. I am recording this the day after, so I can't put my executions on the screen anymore for some reason, because TraderVate's like refreshed. But I will prove that at the end because I did take a screenshot, so I will show you guys all the good stuff. But yeah, let's just get straight into it. So coming into 9:30 open, I was aware that bias was a little bit neutral. We had London highs above, we had Asia high above as well. However, we did have this new week opening gap from Monday open, and the low of this was all the way down here at 188. So I was aware that we could come to fully fill this gap, and I was kind of just waiting to see one, which direction open was, and two, just what price gives us. Sometimes when the bias is neutral, I like to just let the first 10, 15, maybe even half an hour and wait for the 10 a.m. 4 hour open. I'll just wait for that to play out and then see what price kind of gives me. So yes, we've got 9:30 open. Price then opens and comes down. I had this sell side liquidity marked out from 7 a.m. inside inside the new week opening gap, sorry. This did get manipulated by price straight from open. So we had a nice sell side sweep. Already I'm thinking in my head, okay, so this is, classic 9:30 open is bearish, and then we take a bullish setup. Done that a million times. So yeah, I was already thinking that in my head. Price then takes out this sell side, puts in a swing high and manipulates, leaving this very nice area of 1 minute fair value. I will say there was also a 2 minute area of fair value put in that got inversed before the 1 minute, but was very small and very unobvious. So I just ignored this and waited for all the time frames to be inversed. Also had this 5 minute unfilled bearish FVG above. Very good draw on liquidity with this internal swing high. So as soon as I got in long, I knew that break even was almost guaranteed, and we were going to get I was going to get a risk-free position from here. So yeah, called on the stream that I was probably bullish from here. Although we had this, like I said, NWAG low below, but price is kind of giving us the bullish price action now. London highs and Asia highs haven't been swept today, so I'm more than happy to take a long setup. Yeah, so just let a couple more candles play out. We put this 1 minute FVG in, price came down, tapped this 1 minute fair value gap, then started to deliver to the top of this inversion fair value. Well, it's not an inverse yet, but to the top of this bearish FVG, showing me that order flow has, at least on this 1 minute lower time frame, flipped bullish for the moment. 1 minute FVG being nicely respected. You can see that I was right to avoid this 2 minute as well, that got inversed and then disrespected on the very first candle. So the 2 minute was a crap entry. I waited for the 1 minute, boom, that was entry. Straight away, first candle, ripped like I anticipated, ripped straight into the 5 minute unfilled and over the internal swing high. So position was instantly risk free. London high target. This was these equal highs just above New York high. Was my TP1, and then my runners were for the London high because I wasn't sure if we were going to come all the way up to the London high with the daily bearish FEG delivery and stuff. You know that when bias is neutral, you have to consider these things. I'm not going to straight away target nearly a 4 hour trade in neutral conditions. If we can get to these equal highs and I can take most off, that's great. And then if I can keep the runners for London high and I make even more money, which I did, then great. But yeah, equal highs was the main target for me, with the strong bias of the London high above that I was using to drag the price upwards. So we bumped up into this 5 minute unfilled, play a couple more candles, and now it was kind of just a case of whether or not this 5 minute gap was going to get inversed. I did call on stream that if this 5 minute gap did get inversed, then that would be very bullish. But if you come on the 5 minute, you can see that it's literally like not even a one. If you stopped at the swing low, it's not even a 1-to-1 R to the London high if you waited for that 5 minute to inverse. So yeah, sniper entry off the 1 minute and then go risk free and kind of just see whether the 5 minute inverses, or if it doesn't. 5 minute does end up inversing. And at this point here, as we tapped into this bearish 1 minute, this is where ES did run these equal highs. So this was my TP1, and that's where I scaled off most of my position here for around 2R. Or I think it was around 1.6R at this position. So this is where I took most off. Now I just had one micro running up to the London high. And if we carry on playing a couple more candles, so that's first TP actually hit. Bearish SMT not respected. And bear in mind, if we were really bullish, I wouldn't be listening to these bearish SMTs. I'd trade straight through them. But because I know we have this NWAG and the bias is neutral and price could just flip at any moment, I'm obviously being very, 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 very careful and very willing to just lock in profits as they're there on a neutral day like this, rather than just holding for them extreme bullish highs. But yeah, price continues to move up, and it was at little retracement and then back up. It was at this point that price then ran the London high on ES, and I scaled out my full position. So yeah, that's the trade I took yesterday, guys. I hope that cleared everything up for everybody. So I just gave you a couple of seconds to take that in there. Here's my executions on the screen, proving that I did take this trade on live stream. Loads of Discord members took this trade as well. Really nice day yesterday. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. I'm going to be doing these as much as possible. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And yeah, peace out. I'll see you guys next time.